afternoon, teacher and also Miss Quinn. My name is Yang here. My name is Truong Thi Thu Giang. Today I will talk about the role of market orientation and how it's being defined. It's like a key for sustainable competitive advantage. My presentation include 7 parts. First, I will talk about introduction. It's like the purpose of this presentation. The second is the subject definition and also the characteristic of the market orientation. The third one is the analysis strength and weakness. And the fourth is how it affects on sustainable competitive advantage. I also point out some case study to prove the importance of market orientation, and I also give some recommendations for market orientation and the final is conclusion. First, I would like to talk about the purpose of the presentation is to find out what is market orientation and how market orientation can gain the competitive advantage for business. The second is I will recommend some measure how to maximize the effectiveness of market orientation for the business. The first one, some definition. Just in 1990, Coley and Jaworski already put on definition. I don't know if this is the first one or not, but I realized it's from my side from 1990, and they define market orientation is providing products as customer need rather than ask a customer to buy their products. The second is day in 1999. He said that market orientation is the strategy where the business focus on analyzing the customer needs and the market to launch new products. And also Mr. Cutler, he's very famous in marketing fields. He's in his books, and he also talked about market orientation is the activities where all the activity in the company will talk about market orientation. This means that every sources and activities they will concentrate on the customer. In general, any definition, I think it just like talk about the customer centric. Everything just focus on the customer in general. And the second one, I just want to talk about the characteristic of market orientation. There are 3 aspects of market orientation according to Naver and Strater in 1990. 3 aspects including customer orientation, the second is competitor orientation, and the third one is interfunctional coordination. Actually, the name already talked about the how is it, just like for example customer orientation means that they put the customer benefits above the business benefits. The second, they anything on the activity, they also think about the competitors, how their products are better than competitors. The third one is like market already have, also customer already expectation already have, and then the third one is they must ensure all the departments must have the coordination to provide guests to the customer value for them. And for they said about the convenience of the market orientation. And here I also point out some strengths and weaknesses of the market orientation. For the strengths, like from Cooper in 2001, he said that if the business based on the insight of customer so more chance for the company to succeed. And another strength is like if they always keep an eye on the market, so they will respond quickly to the change of the market. And also another strength is like they will create all the market and so it fits products. As one example is Apple. Like I don't have any research, but I realized that the world divided into groups. One group use the iPhones and another group use Samsung. So Apple also create their ecosystem. So a lot of people use Apple nowadays. And for the business, there are three business. First, just like the cost of products will higher than other people, other competitors' products, because they use a lot of cost to produce the products meet the customer expectation, maybe it's higher than others. The second is also related cost, is the high cost of market analysis. If you do the company focus on market orientation, but they don't have any market research, so it's no use. And the last one is the business. If the company focus a lot of time, a lot of resource on the market orientation, they will have the limit of innovation. How the market orientation can create sustainable competitive advantage. Here I talk about four categories. First is customer loyalty. If the products and services that exceed the customer need, so the business will create the long-term service for the customer. The second one is brand differentiation. So through the satisfaction, the customer will realize the brand and they may recommend for other people to use that brand. And the third one is market responsiveness. Just like a strength I already mentioned, they will change to the market so quickly because they know the market. And the fourth one is the right decision. Everything they have analyzed it, they have that data, so they have the right decision. And to prove the importance of the market orientation, I have two case studies to prove that. First of all, a case study between Apple and Nokia. In 2000, Nokia very famous, and but now it's disappeared. And how how Apple just become the leading, the most valuable brand in the world. First, for the characteristic, I divide into three categories. First, for the customer orientation, you can see Apple. They focus on the customer experience, like they use the touch screen, and Nokia they still keep on the hardware, focus on hardware and keyboard. For the competitor orientation, Apple just like they tend to look carefully into Samsung and Google's their main competitors. And for Nokia, they just rely on success too much. And also Apple, they synchronize a lot of departments together to provide customer excellent service. And Nokia is not. So you know the result. Apple already become the most valuable brand in the world from brand finance in 2025. Another case study is Toyota and General Motors. Toyota is a Japanese company and General Motors in USA. Before the General Motors has very famous brand in cars sector. But after that, Toyota already become the leading car producer in the world because they focus on the quality for the customer orientation, because the fuel efficiency very important for the guests, because of the cost to use the car. And the second is Toyota. They always look at the car producer in USA, also in China East. They are very famous for the car producer. So they improve a little, always improve. So they meet the customer expectation. And also, Toyota, they have the case Kaizen culture is very famous, and all the department, all the people just cooperate very well together. And some recommendation for market orientation. First, how to maximize, because the business must create ecosystem for the customer, for the whole experience from A to Z. And the second is because like the witness, a lot of cost is spent, so we need to use the big data AI to make the insight rather than the physical research. The third one is because of if the business focus much on the customer, so maybe limit on innovation. So here, Chris said, and I also recommend that they need to integrate with innovation orientation. And the fourth one is for internal cooperation. So they must educate on the staff about the customer centric to provide the excellent service. And the last one is must have the process between the department for the production, sales, marketing, and customer services. And in conclude, I have two conclusions. First, the customer tend to switch to products and services that meet their expectation. Just like the crowd effects, if